welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Tonight, rivals to battle in the NFC East. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. It's Graham Gano to get this one started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. They're led out by the MVP of Super Bowl 59 at quarterback, Jalen Hurts.
This is someone who just seems like every year they just get better and better, Mike, right? I mean, think back, whether it was Alabama to Oklahoma to being a Heisman finalist, going from a backup role to MVP candidate. His development has been fun to watch, and now he's universally considered one of the best all-around quarterbacks in the league, and if they want to leave here with a win, they're going to need him to be just that.
And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line.
At the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 3. Off the play fake. Hurts. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
3rd and short, and Hurts will throw. He'll try and get there on the ground. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
12 yards. That's good.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. It finds the hands of Marquise Brown. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 10 yards.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Giants' 31-yard line.
From the 31, here is 2nd down and 2. Hurts going to keep it on the option. He's going nowhere. Loses yardage on that play.
The reason teams love calling the quarterback's number on design quarterback runs, Mike, is because in the blocking scheme, you gain 1 additional blocker. It didn't matter here. The defense was ready for it, and they're able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. He'll try to run for it. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down. It was 3rd and 5, and they picked up 7.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the 1st down.
And he'll take this one in. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Jake Elliott now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead.
Eagles 7, Giants nothing.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Austin now to return this. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by the first-round pick in 2025 out of Ole Miss. It's Jackson Dart.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on their team, but just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down.
Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass falls incomplete.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scatterboo. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. That is Cooper DeJean in there for the stop.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
3rd down and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. He'll step up and run this. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Giants 1st down.
And that just can't happen. 3rd and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle, just get the ball carrier on the ground. Not only not able to get to him inside the pocket, he's able to extend the play with his legs and pick up a huge, long 1st down.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. The rookie from Ole Miss put that one on target for the 1st down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
And he's all the way down to the 15-yard line.
It's a gain of
a big play for the Giants. 32 yards.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Taken down at the pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down, they need 7. Dart going to keep this on his own read. And the Giants are going to be set up 1st and goal. Couldn't reach the plane, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
First down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
It's pretty clear why this offense likes to get the ball into the hands of this quarterback, huh, Mike? I mean, he is just so effective in this area, and now he has them set up 1st and goal.
Scatterboo will score. Touchdown, G-Man.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Jason Sanders on for the point after. The kick is good. And the Giants come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. For the return, here comes Britton Covey. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And this is going to be an Eagles 1st down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
13 yards on the play.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
A 1st down throw for Hurts. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete.
You know, there's a rule that's pretty simple when you're running routes against zone coverage, Mike, and it's as simple as if you're open, stay open. Instead, you see the receiver here, he ends up running to a covered window, and it just clouds the vision of the quarterback. Instead of throwing into a wide open target, he's now forced to throw into a contested area.
Now a screen set up for Barkley. Whoa. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
It's a gain of 16
Good pickup of 16 on that screen play and a 1st down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and a yard. To the air again, Hurts. And that's complete to A.J. Brown. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. First grab of the game for Brown. Good enough for a 1st down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and A quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Now a screen set up for Bixby. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
It's a gain of 9.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Man in motion is Brown. He'll get this out to the left flat. And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Hurts on the keeper.
Great work there defensively, Mike. You could tell they were onto that one from the start. They're able to hold him to a short gain on the keeper and force the fourth down.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down. They'll try it now with Barkley. Tough running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the first down. It'll be first and goal. After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is first and goal. A fake jet sweep and give it up the middle. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
So the offense trots out the old jumbo package. So they bring out 3 tight ends, big bodies. But the defense kind of sees it coming. They've got to change it up. You can't be so predictable. Big bodies run, small bodies pass. And I think that's a little bit of what's going on here.
A second effort, and he is in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Elliott now for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Eagles will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Giants 7.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Olszewski now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Giants offense about ready to get going on their second possession. Here's Dart on 1st and 10. The throw on the run is complete. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
And the
12
Giants
yards on the
first
game.
down.
That's good for a quick first
and
down.
10 at the 38-yard line.
So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. 14-7 is our score. More from MetLife Stadium after this. Giants football here to begin the second quarter. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38 as we are ready to get back underway. Throw here down the field will fall incomplete.
Contrary to what all of the fans at home think, I don't have rooting interest in any of these games. But as you know, when it comes to tight ends, there's no bigger fan than this guy right here. I want to see them be able to connect, especially on those big plays downfield.
Dart gonna throw it on 2nd down. Oh, yeah. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. The screen works for 10 yards and a first down.
The relationship between the back and the offensive lineman is now the key for the run after catch. You want to make sure those linemen don't get too far down the field where they can't help protect the back. So once the running back catches it, there's a go-go call. Now everyone knows it's time to go downfield. The running back falls in behind him, and that's the landmark of the screen play.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Eagles' 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. On the give, Scatterboo. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down.
A gain of 3 yards.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. A give out of the gun, and it's Scatterboo. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
A pickup of 14 on that one. That's good for a Giants first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard
When you go out and
line.
invest in a young guy like this to be part of your backfield's future, you got to find ways to get him involved early, and I think here's a case of doing just that.
A run with the man out of Purdue. That's Tyrone Tracy. And the left 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
18 more yards. And the Giants first down.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that could all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
He'll try zone read on 1st and goal. And he'll be met in the backfield and drop behind the line of scrimmage.
And you could tell pretty quickly, Mike, that once the quarterback started chopping his feet, that there was nowhere for him to go. Great job by the defense, not only reading quarterback run, but getting him down behind the line.
Now some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled first half continues.
Still 2nd down.
From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. He's got it inside the 5.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 2-yard line. It's 3rd down and goal. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Jason Sanders on to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Sanders' kick is good. And the Giants are back within 4 at 14-10.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Britton Covey now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Kayvon Thibodeau in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game.
Still 2nd down.
Man in motion is Brown. To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. And that one incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average. And frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
That's going to be pulled in by Brown. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
36 yards.
And how about that? 3rd and a mile. And they convert and pick up a 1st down.
1st down, Eagles.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be. The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
He'll let this go deep for the end zone. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And now it's 4th down.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. The Giants offense and running back Cam Scattaboo headed out for their next possession. With a solid start so far. Touchdown and a field goal on their first 2 possessions. On 1st and 10, here is Dart. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Brings up second.
Really well
and
done
9.
here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Brings up 3rd down.
Third and inches. They'll try to sneak it here. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
That'll be taken in by Scattaboo. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
Here comes 2nd and 4. He'll try to power ahead with Ricard. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
33-yard line.
When you give the ball to the fullback, it just hits a lot faster, so it puts a lot of pressure on the defense to trust their reads and react. It's exactly what we saw here. They're able to take him down in the backfield for a loss.
On 3rd down, here's Scattaboo. He's got the first down and more to the 45. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. A big one there on 3rd down, good for 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So often we think 3rd down, pass. But in this case, they keep the ball on the ground, kind of flip the script a little bit, keep defenses guessing throughout the game, and it leads to a big pickup.
They'll run with Tracy. And good hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5.
Made at the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Out of a shotgun. It's done. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Looking for a third down conversion on this drive, and they only need a foot. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
That's another
20-yard pickup there. First down, Giants.
At the 11-yard line.
Having the ability to move your running back to the widest receiver, they call those the number 1 receiver, meaning he's the closest to the sideline. It really forces a defense to show their hand. Do we keep a corner out there, and I know it's zone, or do I move a linebacker or safety out there, and now you tell the offense that it's man coverage? So the versatility and the chess piece that is the running back position it could do so much to help not only the play caller, but also the quarterback. The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
Escaping to his left. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here to talk things over before third down.
Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun, third down. It's Dart. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's fourth down.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field. And then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on fourth down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive? Or do they settle for 3? It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Covey now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. To throw is Hurts. He'll get that out to Barkley. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. To throw, Hurts. Now quick throw taken in by Brown. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
And that 1st down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Hurts. They'll try to set up the screen here. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. Hurts again.
Jalen Hurts scrambles from the pocket. The tackle by Brian Burns. That's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 12.
So it is a 1-point game here at the half as we check in with Scott Hansen for our halftime report. Scott.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counter-punch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula as they come out for the second half. It's about to get underway. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter three begins. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Giants offense and running back Cam Scattaboo headed out for their next possession. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Scattaboo. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Forced out wide. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Giants first down. 1st and 10.
At this stage of the game, Mike, these are the plays that can alter the outcome. You find yourself trailing here in the second half. He's doing everything he can to keep this drive alive. A little bit through the air. This time, it's with his legs, and he picks up a huge first down.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Eagles' 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and a yard. They'll run with Scattaboo, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
3rd and 2. Here we go. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. Taking off, he'll try to get there. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down.
And the Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the
Great job here by the quarterback on 3rd and short, knowing that if nothing's there downfield, he can pick this up with his legs. And not only is he able to pick up the first down, he gets a whole lot more than that.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Scattaboo. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll go play action here with Dart. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is something that we typically see out of maybe a more veteran quarterback, not necessarily a rookie, but just having a really nice sense of game management, throw the ball away, and live for the next down.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Throwing is Dart. Pushed out to his left. He'll try and get there on the ground. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the first down.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the first down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he'll find some way to turn this into positive yardage, struggling forward for a pickup of about 2.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
They'll go again with Scatterboo. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
And the Giants first down.
And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up into this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
We don't give these big guys enough credit, Mike, just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take the back down for a loss.
Back to the 5-yard line now. 2nd down and goal. Now Dart. And time runs out there. He just airmails it towards the bench. Incomplete. You can sense a little frustration there. It brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, and I think that's a really smart decision. You certainly don't want to take a sack in any goal-to-go situation, or even worse, throw a pick. So understanding he still has 2 more shots at the end zone, I really like that decision.
The blitz gets there, and he lost the football. The Eagles have it. Accelerating toward midfield. And now, following the turnover, we have an injured player on the field. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. A run with Barkley. Open space inside the 10. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's 1st and goal.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
The task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith.
And I think it's really been to all of our surprise. We haven't really had to say his name very much so far, and I think you can give the defense all the credit for that. There's his first catch of the game, and it comes here in the third quarter.
Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. Barkley. And no signal. Didn't look like he got there. He did not. And now the tension mounts. 4th and goal.
It's now 4th and
That one didn't have a chance, Mike. They do a great job of getting penetration, clogged up the run lanes, and now this offense has a decision to make here on 4th down.
They'll try to run. And he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on downs.
These are the opportunities when they present themselves, you have to capitalize. And in this case, it was the defense that forced the turnover on downs and kept them out of the end zone.
Here's the Giants offense. Now they get set to take over once more. They'll need to get something positive going right away here. Ball starts inside their own 1-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. The drive will begin with a run by Scatterboot. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 3-yard line.
Once again, it's Scatterboot. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A gain of a yard.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Throwing. Dart. He'll try to run for it. Give him 11 on the scramble. And give them a new set of downs.
This just kills you as a defensive coordinator. Here you are thinking you're going to get a 3 and out, get off the field, pick up some momentum for your team, and you allow the quarterback to get loose with his legs, and he's able to pick up just enough on 3rd down to convert, and now you got to go back out and defend a fresh set of downs.
He's got a man down the field. It's Austin. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long. And he comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
On the play fake, here's Dart. He's going to run it. And he's going to give himself up, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
On 1st down, it's Scatterboot. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
8. Looking to throw. It's Dart. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
That throwaway certainly isn't ideal in this situation, especially when you're trailing at this stage of the game, but no damage done. Move on to the next play.
They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Here's Dart. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that third down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
So the drive ends, and on comes Jordan Stout to kick it away. They send Britton Covey back deep. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. On first down, it's Hurts. That one incomplete. He was trying to find Saquon Barkley coming out of the backfield. It's second down.
Defense got lucky on that one. There's no one accounting for the running back out of the backfield as they should have, and fortunately for them, he bails him out by not securing the catch.
They'll run it here with Saquon. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
Third and long for Hurts. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this third quarter.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And he's going to have a first down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this third quarter. So we are through three. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Dart. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times, they're too big for defensive backs.
He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or two short.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
They'll go. It's Scatterboo. And he's going to have the Giants first down. As the defense could not come up with the big stop there. It's a gain of 8 on 4th and 2.
1st and 10 at the 46.
They knew they were in a tough spot here defensively. Anytime a team gets you down into these 4th and short situations, we've kind of seen this take hold in the NFL. The ability of offenses to generate first downs on 4th down continues to improve year after year, and defenses have a hard time winning these gotta-have moments.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. Give them 14 on that one. That's good for a Giants first down.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
Brings up second and
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
On second down, a run with Scatterboot. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
That's another Giants first down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. They'll go to the ground, and here's Tracy on first down. They'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
On second down, Dart. That one knocked away. In the end zone, incomplete. What a good job locating the football by the defense where it matters most. And it'll bring up third down now.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
He'll let this go towards the end zone. And this ball incomplete on third down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Devontae Smith there to return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense make their way out to take over once more. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Man in motion is Smith. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
A first down throw for Hurts. A pass caught by Saquon. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. And another first down and another big gainer. This time 23 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 2. And that's going to be incomplete, but there's a penalty flag on the field. We'll let the officiating crew sort this one out. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He takes off. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. 25 yards, the pickup there. First down, Philadelphia.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
And he'll run forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 10-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
It's just a matter of time. I don't care how good you are or how good a hand you have, you are going to drop passes. It is inevitable in the NFL. But it's the guys that don't let one drop pass lead to 2. They have the ability to put it behind them, move forward, and they can't wait for that next ball to be thrown their way.
On 3rd down, here's Hurts. He'll step up and run this. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
That's good for an Eagles first down.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary, but then he makes a break for the goal line, and they're able to stop him just short.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Saquon Barkley, touchdown, Eagles.
Touchdown.
He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Elliott on now for the PAT. He's got it, and the Eagles will up the lead to 5.
Eagles 21, Giants 16.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. Austin now to return this. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
The
Giants offense and their quarterback Jackson Dart heading back out to the field. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. He'll start this on the ground with Scatterbull. And this won't go for much, maybe a couple, but he does show you that make-you-miss ability that he has.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Dart. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Every possession is so critical in these close games. The one thing you can't have here is a turnover. Really nice job making sure that ball is uncatchable, and just line up and snap it again.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
The Giants sending out their punter. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down.
Defense. Automatic 1st down.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Scatterbull. And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short.
45-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Slayton is the man in motion. A run straight ahead, that's Scatterbull. And he's going to fight forward. Didn't get a whole lot, but it's going to be enough to move the chains.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle with Scatterbull. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
Smith. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at their 49-yard line.
Here is 2nd and 7. Neighbors in motion. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Two minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, big play in the game right here. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he will score! Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York. A terrific play all the way around. finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Here's a big moment for Big Blue. The Giants are going to go for 2.
The Giants will line up.
Oh, try for it with the fullback. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They mark him short. The try for 2, unsuccessful.
So
now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. Covey now on the return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Eagles offense about ready to take over once more. This is 1st and 10. Man in motion is Brown. On play action, here's Hurts. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. They'll get it with still a minute 20 left to go in the game.
First down, Philadelphia.
Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. A run with Barkley. And the Eagles are going to be set up 1st and goal. Good running takes them down to about the 4.
More yards.
Now a timeout. Giants, that is their second. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Good blocking, and he's in. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Big play for the Eagles as they will try for 2.
The Eagles will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Now Hurts. They'll try to do it with the screen. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 and extend the lead to 7 points.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
So a big change here. They go from down 1, score the touchdown, add the 2. Now they lead by 7 as they kick it off. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense and running back Cam Scattaboo headed out for their next possession. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Out of shotgun. It's done. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. This one grabbed by Austin. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
3rd down.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
He'll let it fly. Deep ball for Slayton. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
And this is not going to do it. The defense comes through here in the final minute, and it may just be enough to get them a victory.
Finding yourself down to your final timeout, this is the moment. This is the drive that you have to find a way to extend if you're going to claw yourself back into this game. But the defense comes up with a huge stop, and that will all but end this game.
Only one timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. So it's a win here for the visiting Eagles. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from New Jersey.